Because I don't know shit
Yeah.
about Supras. You're gonna have the fact that it's right-hand drive is throwing me off, but maybe that's normal.
No, it's not. And it wasn't. You know, when I wanted to look for a Supra to buy, the right-hand drive I was really against it. I really wanted left-hand drive, but this car came available. A buddy of mine owned it, and the build on it was just absolutely nuts. I'll walk over this way.
Mm-hmm.
The build was just absolutely nuts. And I settled for a right-hand drive because of the build and because of the color.
You're saying the build, like the pedigree of the engine,
Yes.
the turbo, like everything.
Yeah, this checks off all the boxes.
Okay, so which box?
The first box, I'll tell you, 6-speed. It's got a Toyota V160, 6-speed, which is the baddest tranny.
Okay.
It's deep jewel green, which my first Fox body back when I was young was deep jewel green. So that's
So it was a 92?
92. Yeah.
See, look at
I had a 92.
I know some stuff. Damn, you had a 92 back in the day?
Yeah, man.
Only
95.
Only the rich dudes had that shit. I was like 86. Can I open the door?
Yeah, go ahead. And the fact that it makes 1550 to the tire.
Get out.
Yeah.
1550 rear roll horsepower.
Yeah, it has AC. It's not to race, dude. This is by far pure dyno queen.
Okay. Is it has one of those peaky power curves? Is this like whoa?
Yes, it's just a straight line up. Yeah. But it's cool. I don't race anymore. So,
Right. You're not
for
looking
me,
to
it's
be
just,
the Billy Badass or anything.
Yeah, for me it's just it makes all the right noises.
Right hand. Now, how rare is the right hand versus left hand drive? Supra?
They have that 25-year rule from Japan.
Oh, about imported
Yeah,
cars.
so left hands were the normal thing, and then when that rule opened up, we got flooded with right-hand drive cars.
Oh, and it didn't become rare anymore, right?
No, so now left-hand drive cars are the rare ones, believe it or not. The more sought-after ones are the left-hand drives.
Wow, because there's less of them.
There's so many right-hand drives now.
So tell me about the wheels. Are these something you spec'd out, or that's how the car came?
They were on the car, but they were black.
Okay.
So I sent them to a guy up in North Carolina called Wheel Polishing USA.
Okay.
And I had him just convert them from black to polish.
So did he like bead blast it and then?
He's got tumblers.
Okay.
It's all done by tumble.
Wow.
And it's just like three different.
It's like a polished look, but it's not like.
Yeah, it's not super polished. It's not like my
chrome.
CCW. my CCWs have that hood rat look.
Yeah, it pops. It's like, look at me. Yeah, they
305
definitely,
look.
Right, exactly. These are like, I don't want to say satin, but it's subdued compared to the CCWs. So 1500 horse, obviously on the 85.
Yeah, so this car was built by Drag International.
Okay.
Those guys, they are the shit when it comes to anything 2J or GTR.
Are they in Florida?
Yeah, they're in, I believe it's Pompano.
Oh, okay, that's not far.
So they built a car for the guy I bought it from. And not only do they know how to make power and make it reliable, they make it pretty. So everything under the hood is chrome.
Can I see?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Everything is super nice, man.
Oh yeah, you're not kidding.
Yeah.
So it's a quality. So you saw the pedigree of the build. You're like, I gotta have this thing.
And it's tuned by Lance, which Lance is a very, very old friend of ours.
Okay.
Lance had a shop here in Miami called Toyomoto back in the day.
Toyomoto.
Yeah. And Lance is behind the scenes on pretty much like every fast Toyota you've ever seen. Usually Lance has some kind of hand in it.
You know what's interesting? A lot of the guys don't want to be public. They just want to like be in the background, and either tune them or service them or whatever, and they just don't want to be like out there. So, sometimes what we see as someone that isn't, who the hell is that guy? I'm like, bro, that guy is the god. Yeah. Like, So imagine, kind of a bad example. Imagine no one could access Lund Racing,
right?
But then every fast car was a Lund Racing car. Then
that's kind of how Toyomoto is,
right?
How Lance is.
Exactly. Only the guys that know would know to get to. This is beautiful.
When I had the option, that I could buy this car, I called Lance, and I was like, hey, dude, this green car, I'm pretty sure you don't remember it because it was a while back. And he goes, I remember that car clearly. He goes, it's a good car. He goes, if you're looking to buy it, he goes, you have no problems there. So
what engine management system does it have? It
uses an AEM Infinity.
Okay.
It was, it was built a few years ago. AEM's not around anymore.
Oh yeah, they got bought up by Holley or something.
Yeah, and Holley just did away with them.
And then what if you want, not that you would, but let's say if you wanted to update anything on the tune.
Lance, I would just reach out to Lance and Lance will help me with it.
So 1500 rear wheel, right-hand drive, manual.
Yeah.
and it just goes to cars and coffee.
That's it.
I mean,
And it'll go to a super meet.
okay, and then obviously you're gonna get people like, oh, you want to race, and you're like, no, I'm not.
I'll race you out of dyno, bro. I'm too old.
Yeah. Okay, so at least you go, I've done my racing. I've done my thing. This is just.
And it's funny when I first got into the Fox body racing back in the day, Lance was my tuner.
Oh no shit.
So Lance pushed my car, you know, very, very, very safely, you know, deep into the low eights way back in the day.
And you ended up going 7.
I ended up going high 7s.
Okay.
We ended up switching some of the program, and then Lance was busy, and we used another tuner. But
And then you sold.
and I will say that without Lance, I broke a lot of motors. So Lance is a very good tuner.
Shout out to Lance. Okay,
Yeah.
so up to you where we go, because that's last. We all know that's last.
Yeah. We can go to this one. Yeah.
Okay, so when you started messing with Porsche, how long did it take you to realize what the hell's the difference? Like, what is a 991 versus a 2 versus a GT2, GT3? I would be lost.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of learning. I work on a lot of them, you know, in the job that I have. So I kind of understand, you know, I had a good understanding for what it was.
Okay.
And I wanted to buy one. So I said, you know what, I started looking at different stuff, and this was honestly the most affordable, speaking Porsche, because everything before this generation and everything after this generation is through the roof.
Oh, so this is that sweet spot where you might be able to get into it.
It's still fun. Yeah, it's still there because it's ugly, because it has ugly headlights. The headlights that nobody wants.
Why?
They call them the fried eggs, because Porsche's always had round headlights.
Okay.
And these are round.
Okay.
So because they're not round,
They are disliked?
yeah, and this was the first generation of water cooled. Porsche used to be air cooled forever, and then this was the first generation of water cooled. So this car was kind of like the bastard child of Porsche, you know, of the turbos.
Is it starting to get to the point where, because it's so different, it's so desirable? Or not
I think it's gonna get there
Eventually?
for sure. I think it will get there.
So, what kind
This is a 996.
996.
Yeah. So this is a 996, and then 996 ran from 99 to 2005.
Okay.
In 05, they did the Turbo S. It was only in 05, kind of like a finale to the 996.
Okay.
So I was thankfully able, you know, to buy a Turbo S, which is pretty rare.
How did you come across it?
Man, on Auto Trader.
What do you? So you find that on Bring a Trailer, then you find this on Auto Trader.
Yeah, this is on Auto
So
Trader.
there's hope out there for people to find stuff publicly.
There is. If you're looking, I mean, there is. And this was on Auto Trader. It was in Palm Beach.
Up by me?
Yeah, private owner, which I love buying from a private owner.
Sure.
And I reached out to him. The guy was super nice. He ended up that he went to school here in Miami. Cool. We knew a lot of mutual guys, so it was cool. And we made a deal, and I bought the car. I mean, if you look, this is an 05, and it has ceramic brakes. This has ceramic brakes, because this was one of the first Porsches with ceramic brakes. I might be wrong. I'm not a Porsche guy.
Right. Well, I mean, yes, you are, because I see 2 of them here. So
Yeah.
you are a Porsche guy. So ceramic brakes, not carbon ceramic, but ceramic.
Yeah, carbon ceramic. This is PCCB.
Oh, those are carbon. You're right.
Yes.
Oh, you're right. Because
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
01 has, wow.
Yeah, no, this is carbon ceramic brakes. Yes.
6-pot front and rear?
I think actually it might be. Yeah, it might be front and rear.
Because they look massive.
Yeah.
So power, what kind of power does this?
So this car has, it's got a tune in it. It has upgraded intercooler pipes. It's got bigger intercoolers. It has a Fab Speed exhaust. It's got some nice little bolt-ons, nothing crazy. It made 482 to the tires, all-wheel drive.
How much do they weigh?
I don't know, but they don't seem very heavy. I don't know what their weight is, because
It feels zippy enough that you go, okay, there's plenty of.
This is a driver's car. Yeah, they can make over 500 to a tire very easily. Okay. I'm fine with this.
Okay.
You know, like, it's good.
Yeah, like, again, you don't, on a car like this that you're not intending to do anything competitive with.
No.
Why are you looking to rag it out to the end of the, and you want to pump gas?
I will tell you, this is the most recent car I've purchased. I purchased this in January. I think this is my go-to car. Like, I
one you
would
like to drive
this,
the most?
Yes. I would drive this one the
Can I
most
open
by
the
far.
door?
It's locked. I gotta get the key.
Okay, no problem. I'll pause it. Okay, USB mic. All right, so we're gonna get in this, or just, I'm not gonna get in it.
No, that's fine. You can open it.
So it's just, when you say it's a driver's car and it's your go-to car, I hear that a lot about Porsches.
Yeah,
Like, people go, I could daily this thing.
You can
and I
daily
go,
this
what
car.
the fuck? How?
You can daily this car, no problem whatsoever.
Can you sort of like give me Oh, well, okay.
It just
That's
does
different.
everything right, man.
Dude, that's different. I just like slid into this thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not a small or big guy, but
No, it's a comfortable car, man. And you
how can it feel this good looking so small?
I don't know. That's what I tell my wife every day.
Hey, this is actually insanely comfortable. Now, okay, interesting.
It's pretty well thought out. I mean, the
so
pedal placement's good.
I'm going by ergonomics, right?
Yeah.
Like where you want everything to be. So I'm gonna grab the shift. The shifter's in the right spot. We're about the same height. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're like, we might be brothers. This is this is great.
It's got back seats, which are useless.
Wait, what? Oh, you're right. I mean, what are you gonna put back there? A Chihuahua?
Yeah.
So it just drives well, basically, is what you're
It
saying.
just drives great, man.
Man,
It's not bouncy, you know. It drives like what you expect a Porsche to drive like, you know.
how's the stereo system?
It's decent.
Okay.
It's got a couple little upgrades in there. Nothing too crazy.
So I did not expect to slide in like I did.
Yeah, man. These cars are comfortable.
I went, what the hell?
They always say that the Porsches are the ones that you could daily drive them and beat the shit out of them and use them as everyday cars, you know?
Yeah, so when I used to live in Massachusetts, I saw these on the road, not these, Porsches, in the middle of traffic. Really pretty Porsches,
Yeah.
and the all-wheel drive Porsches in the snow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then they go, these are daily drivers. It's just, obviously, it's a different tax bracket,
Sure.
but they were not afraid of driving it every day. And I go to Boston many times, and I'm like, the same car I see every day.
Man, if you go to hospitals, this is what a doctor drives. This is like the car that the doctor drives every single day. This is their only car.
So did you buy this car in maybe the hopes that, obviously you can get into a Porsche for a certain amount of money,
Yeah.
but maybe it's so weird that it'll go up, it can only go up.
Yeah, I mean, I usually don't buy my car. Their cars are usually not an investment, but I usually try to pick out something special like the S, you know, because if any of them is going to go up, it's going to be something a little bit more rare than the regular turbo.
Right.
They made a shit ton of these cars. Of the regular turbos, they made a shit ton
What's the
of them.
difference between a turbo and a turbo S of this
The
generation?
ceramic brakes and a little more power.
Oh,
a couple
it's
little
like
things.
performance package.
Yeah, it's right. It has the X50 package, which was an option before.
Okay.
The S brings it automatically. So I can
go ahead. Whatever
I'm
you
gonna
want
open the motor so you can see it.
Yeah. What a difference in generation! Like just the width of this thing.
Dude, they got big,
They look like they got big.
but they got very fast. Very,
I
very
don't doubt
fast.
it. Oh wow! So I'm sure you've had to do this research too, because once you get a vehicle like this, you have to go into the matrix and figure out everything.
Yeah.
How hard is it to work on? Because I'm sure you've seen turbo upgrades. I'm sure you've seen exhaust upgrades. You know,
They say it's not too bad
because everything's from underneath.
Right, but for the most part, anything that has to be somewhat big, I mean, you just drop the motor. It's not complicated.
Okay.
To drop the motor on these cars.
So Puerto Ricans have a name for like these cars, basically in Volky, like a Volkswagen, like a Bug.
Yeah.
Because it just kind of Have you seen how much work it is to like drop it? It's a transaxle too, right?
Yeah, I have
Sheesh.
not.
Is it a dual clutch, single clutch?
It has an aftermarket clutch. I don't know what clutch it has in it.
Wow.
They did a big service on it in 21.
This would scare me right off the bat. If I never knew anything, like let's say this is all I had and all I can afford. I'm like, if I have to work on it, this scares me because if I have to drop it, but then I'm stupid. A Corvette, you got to drop the transaxle to get
Listen,
the clutch.
you'd be
and
surprised
everything.
just because we've never done it.
Doesn't mean it's hard.
I've met some of these Porsche guys, dude, and they're not rocket scientists. They're not rocket scientists.
So is this what is that? That's to escape, right?
No, that's I think to add air in. Like when you're idling, it pushes air in.
Okay, I was gonna say this is not the radiator fan. No way.
It's got radiators in the front, so the coolant lines go all the way to the front.
Wow, is there fans in the front?
Yes.
Okay, like by the boot.
Yeah, and there's I think fans here. The intercoolers are here. So if you look up in through those gills, you'll see the intercooler cores. There's one on each side.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And the turbos are right there. You're pointing at the turbos. Yeah. The turbos are right there.
Okay, so I've seen some videos, but again, because I haven't had a reason to look into these cars.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you, like when you start looking into these cars, you go, oh, if you were to do anything to this car in terms of an upgrade, versus what you got now. Obviously, the wheels are the wheels stock?
No.
I was gonna say BBSs don't come stock in
No,
Porsches.
those we just got them recently. Those are BBS E88s. It's from their motorsport division.
What wheels come in these cars? Is it
no?
Obviously, that's aftermarket.
That's aftermarket. Yeah. No, it comes with some chintzy wheels. Nothing special.
Okay. So if you were to upgrade, or if you were to say it needs something, what would you say it needs? If it needed anything.
I mean, it's always nice to have more power. Yeah, it's always nice to have more power. I would love 700 horsepower. You know?
Yeah. Do you think, based on the bias of the weight, how it's distributed, it'll hook okay with 700?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
I'll show you another one in a minute that I've got stashed away. It makes 970, and that one works.
Jeez, I couldn't imagine these at 900 horse. I wish, I'll do some looking up just to see what they weigh, curb weight and all this stuff, and I'll blend it into the video, but super cool. And again, my mind is still having trouble understanding how I got in so easy.
Yeah.
It's just like,
listen, I can go
like the Fox was tough to get into because, you know, it's a Fox.
Right, but we know how to, but we're used to it.
Right, we're like, I know how to twist my body. This, I just went, oh.
Yeah. This is a cool car. I can take my wife out to dinner in if I wanted to. You know, it's a very, very easy car to drive anywhere.
Out of all the cars, which one would she rather be driven in?
I think her SUV.
Okay, out of these cars.
Out of these cars, it would probably only be the Porsche.
Okay, that makes sense. Everything seems to be where it needs to be. I hate to sound so simplistic, but it just feels like it. Okay, that's where it should be. That's where it should be.
No, it does everything well. It does everything very, very well.
Dale. You got some ether? I'll edit it out. It don't matter.
Gangster E85.
Yeah, where'd you get that? Local?
There's a little hidden gas station that we know of down here.
Nice.
That's mixed. It usually is like 91, 92.
Okay. Wow. Listen to this thing. I wouldn't want to race it. I would just drive it like this back and forth to Cars and Coffee. That's all I do.
Yeah, it's badass.
That must get a lot of attention. Like, out of all the cars, which one gets the most attention? Really?
But this one brings up all the kids.
Yeah.
And everybody always says, is that a Supra? There's a video about that.
Okay, I didn't think of Supra. Maybe I haven't heard Supra sound like that, but maybe I haven't listened that closely. Who knows? But that thing is dumb.